Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all? Welcome back to the OS Rick Project. I'm glad you guys are here. I hope you're having a wonderful week. My week's been, but it's okay. I got another week of work, and then I go on vacation. It will be the last one of my year, but I have some days left over, even though I used up some from being sick. But I plan on saving those for Thanksgiving week. Anyways, guys, I hope you're having a wonderful time. Let's get right into it. Now I was gonna start with. I had this awesome one-liner that I was gonna start the podcast with, and I totally screwed it up. I'll save it for next one. All right, guys. Anyways, guys, let's talk about what I've been playing this week. Nothing too crazy. I've been on Guilty Gear Strive train lately. Since ever since I found my character Leo, I've been having a blast. So I've been learning the game, and not only playing and learning, but I've had other people come in after matches. A few has actually stuck around and gave me some advice on how to play Leo, which has been helping out a lot. And I've actually been able to reach level floor 9. Out of the 10 floors, I was able to reach floor 9. So I reach it, I get there, I take a handful of losses, and I get thrown back to floor number 8. So, like I said, I'm able to reach level 9, but I'm not living there. So I'm still in floor 8, but I'm having a blast. I'm enjoying the game, and I actually got to see a little bit of top 8 from CEO Taku this weekend, and I was able to see the Guilty Gear Strive tournament. I saw several Leos make it up there. So I was able to pick up some stuff and learn like, oh, okay, like after heavy flash kick, and I'm using like Street Fighter names for the term for the moves, guys, because I don't know the. Like every time I go to a fighting game, I don't care about the moves. I just call them what like a reference to another move, or just like a descriptor of what the move does. Like Nakali just stomps. It has an actual name, but I mean fireball, DP, flash kick. But it just there's just so many names. Like, and if you say to anybody who plays fighting games, you guys will probably know the reference what it means to. But but with Leo, I learned that if you do a heavy flash kick, you're able to if you you're able to if you get grounded fast enough, you go and hit them with a 2D, and then just get an extra move in there. So I was able to learn on stuff like that, and just using different moves and stuff like that. So I've been having a blast with Guilty Gear Strive. I suggest you guys, if you guys play fighting games, Guilty Gear is up there. Like I said, now that I found a character that I really like, I'm enjoying the game more and more. And speaking of CEO Otaku, after top, well, no, I think no, it wasn't after top 8, but it was during Guilty Gear Strive matches that Arc System announced that Guilty Gear Revelator Exerd will be getting a rollback netcode. They're gonna start testing for it. What did I say? I wrote it down. They're gonna start testing for it in late October. So hopefully by early next year it'll be implemented, or by December or something. And Guilty Gear Xrd, I think that's awesome because I know there's there's always someone who says, that the previous game is the one they'd rather play. And with it being getting rollback, and now you can play online. I do have a copy on a PlayStation 4, but it was around the same time when Street Fighter 5 was at its prime, so I've always just focused on Street Fighter. I just always dabbled in Xrd. But if you ever want to play online with some really good netcode, here's your chance. So as for the Strive online gameplay, I've been enjoying it. There are a couple of matches that go laggy here and there, kind of like Guilty. I'm sorry, similar to Street Fighter. There's some matches that are but for the most part, I've been enjoying my time with the online experience. If I could change one thing about playing online Guilty Gear, would be when you level up to go to a new floor. I wish the game would ask you, do you want to stay and finish your matches, or do you want to advance? Sometimes I wish like I want to finish a set, even though it's just bouncing between floor 8 and 9. I don't I don't care. It's fine. I'd rather keep learning. The person I've been going up against. or at least give me the option, right? What else have been playing, guys? I picked up Legend of Zelda's Link Awakening. I'm going to play that one again. I played it when it first came out several years ago. And I'm going to go through it again just so I can play something on Switch. But honestly, guys, I'm just looking forward to playing Persona 5 on the Nintendo Switch sometime later on this month. But we'll talk about more of October releases coming up. I just want to talk about a little bit of the game news that I've been uh, keeping my ear to the ground. So Cyberpunk 2077 making a resurgence is getting very popular. Of course, when it first came out, it was very infamous because of just what CD Projekt Red promised, the ambitions they did, all the bugs with the game, just the delays leading up to the release of the game. Of course, the bugs, the just bad performance, and honestly, if you ask me, it should never have been released on the previous consoles, previous gen consoles. It just at a certain point, like, come on, guys, just. I mean, and they're making the game. They should have known what was how it functioned on that platform. But that's beyond the point. You guys already know what CD Projekt Red went through with all that stuff. But with the new DLC, I think I don't know, it's an expansion or DLC, maybe a little bit of both, right? Um, that's gonna be coming out soon or is out, and you can enjoy that. I kind of want to go back and play the game. I kind of want to go back and play the game because I purchased it for my wife when it first was released, and she played it for a bit, and then after a while she's like, "Nah, I'm done. Not for me, like crap." So either if it goes on a deep discounted sale, I'll pick it up, or if worse comes to worse, I'll just have to share my wife's Steam library so I could try it out on there. But I do want to try it out now that it seems like it's in a good spot. But I don't want to pay. I honestly do not want to pay more than like $15 for the game. I know it sounds cheap, but it's like that's the bare minimum. I'll probably go with that game because I mean at this point, like I do not want to reward Witcher. I mean, I'm sorry, not Witcher. CD Project Red for that BS that they launched or try to pull. Also, with the release of the animated, is it animated or anime? The Cyberpunk 2077 Edge Runner show. It's on Netflix. I have yet to see an episode, guys. I want to test. I want to watch it and check it out. Um, I just been bouncing between three shows right now, and they don't really have me hooked. So, and when I do have some downtime, I've been focusing on either painting my miniatures, which is a new hobby I just started, or playing Guilty Gear. So I'm gonna have to wait till maybe vacation when I have some downtime. I'll be able to catch up and watch some of those shows. But we'll see how that goes. Um, what else? Yeah, so Guilty Gear getting rolled back. Oh, we got news from saying that E3 will be returning in June 2023, but I think I've heard them say that they already. I think maybe it was rumors that we heard, but I'm pretty sure I've already heard news about that being a thing of them coming back, which doesn't surprise me now that COVID is done. It's behind us in the rearview mirror. Don't even talk about it again, ever. Now that that's all done, they know that going back to live events where you can put asses in seats, I think that's going to be the way to go. So I wouldn't be not put asses in seats. I'm thinking of award shows, but more like just filling up convention centers and making money, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what they're treating it. That's what it is, right? It's a business. So yeah, with E3 coming back, not surprised. My question is, what does the Sony come back after years of not being in attendance and just been doing their own state of plays? Because I think the last E3 2019, I think Sony bowed out and said that we're out, and ever since then they've never been there. Of course, Xbox and Nintendo and all the other uh, big time studios and publishers are always going to be there. I mean, which I enjoy. I like that part. just seeing all the reveals and what they're working on, and all the information that comes out, and the fake release dates, because they're not gonna keep to them. But that's something I always enjoyed, and I don't know how, if anybody, how the other guys feel about it, especially like Sony. They already have their own state of play. Xbox, they do their own, their Microsoft Presents, which they had a big one 2 months ago. Nintendo always coming out with their directs. So I don't know how they will feel about it. I'd say it's probably a given that the only ones you probably will not see is probably Sony. I think Sony will still remain to just stay out and do their own thing, which Sony just kind of does. You know them. They kind of do their own thing. Whether they're jacking up the prices on their games, or just raising the prices on their consoles. Who knows? But yeah, with E3 coming back next year, it doesn't surprise me. I figured it'd come back. It's too big of a business to stay gone forever, and it's fine for me. Like I said, that's a time when I get a whole bunch of news, and I enjoy it. And it's usually because I'm on vacation that week anyway. Did you guys hear? Oh, let me just talk about a little bit of the top selling games of August. All right, I like to follow the NPD, the National Purchase Diary, and the video game stuff. I'm always fascinated because I like to know, with something launches, like where does it place on the charts, and how much it sells. It doesn't. They don't have all the sell numbers. Some companies disclose that information, but they just give you the rankings. So I'm just gonna go over a couple of them, guys. For August, number one selling game, Madden NFL 2022, which, not surprised. I think every Madden that releases in the month of August, it always has the best selling. And there's tons of football fans out there, and this is like a good way to play it. I still feel like they should do the right thing and just, you buy a base game, and then every year you pay like $15 to upgrade the roster, change the stats, just you know fair and honest stuff, right? But no, they're gonna charge you $60 because why not? They know people are gonna buy it. At number two, you had Saints Row 2022. That one, I heard a lot of bad things about it. I never played a Saints Row game in my life, so take it as it is, guys. Marvel Spider-Man, again, it being released on PC. That's just giving it help with the sales for sure. Elden Ring at number four, still up there, still holding strong. And honestly, as much as I love Elden Ring, and you guys know I do, it's gonna be the best-selling game up until October when Modern Warfare drops, and that's it. I don't care what y'all think. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I love Elden Ring, but it's not gonna be the best-selling game of the year. It's gonna have a good, strong lead, but Modern Warfare is gonna come out, and that's just gonna just that's it. It's over. So, and then you'll have some like Nintendo, Sony will have some stuff up there too with Ragnarok or something. But it just being on one console, I doubt they'll be able to get like a hold the record for the most sales of the year. Now, if they release it on PC also, I think that would help their numbers for sure. And I don't know why they don't do that. But anyways, guys, yeah, Elden Ring at number four. At number five, you have Multiverses, and they had a little parentheses bracket. The Founders Pack Edition sells. So because the game is free to pay, so the only time they get money is when you buy a certain tier of the Founders Pack. How do you guys feel about Multiverses? It's been roughly a month since the release. I want to say, it's been maybe just under a month. It's still been a while, a little while. How do you guys feel about the game? Are you still playing it? Are you enjoying it? Are you still hype? Are you looking forward to the character reveals? I have not played it, only because if I'm going to play something that's in the wheelhouse of a brawler type slash Smash esque game, I'll just play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I see Multiverse. I see the character reveals that they're doing. but none of the characters excite me. Um, yeah, I see them from different, all the WB properties, which is cool. But I really don't care about. I mean, I like Rick and Morty, the show, but I don't really care for playing for them. Iron Giant, okay. DC, Trinity, cool. But I don't know. Apparently, but it was top five, and I'm kind of surprised, and not at the same time, because they did have a lot of you know different characters to pick at to get different demographics in. So we'll see. And then a couple of the games, it doesn't matter. I don't want to just rattle off titles. I don't really care. Um, I did see. I do want to talk about. I do want to talk about Overwatch 2. And I had not a customer, a coworker asked me, like, "Hey, are you excited for Overwatch 2?" I said, "No, not at all. I don't. I played the game for a little bit. I bought it a while ago. It didn't draw me in. I don't care. And then the gameplay was, it just wasn't for me. I'm not saying it wasn't bad or at all, but it just wasn't for me. But as for Activision Blizzard, the way they've been running the company, I just really don't care. I think that's the practices they do are really shitty. What they stand up for is they're just virtue signaling and just standing up for whatever's going to give them the most money. So I really don't care, and of course all the shady stuff they've been doing behind the scenes. I really don't care what they do. I'm not interested in their games. But Overwatch 2, yeah, I get some interest in it because it's a very big game. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean other people don't like it, and that's fine. Play if you will, but they're always doing these little things that I just feel like make me question, like, why would y'all do this? Like, it doesn't make sense. So it all started with Overwatch 2 coming out, saying it's going to be once you get that game, Overwatch regular, the original one will be gone. You just have Overwatch 2, and they said it's gonna be a free to play game, which is true. But then they have like a watch point pack for $40, where you get the premium battle pass, you get some coins, some skins, and some new heroes. But it just feels like if you say free to play, but then you make the grind wall where it just becomes a chore. Like, I don't know where I don't know how, like, you could just justify that. And I know some people say, "Well, you just play for free. You just gotta grind it." But yeah, I don't. I shouldn't have to grind at a game. I should just be having fun. And if I unlock something or get rewarded along the way for playing the game, like, that's great. I just games shouldn't be chores at all. So with that being said and done, I don't know how, like, even my circle of friends, I would have to ask them, like, are they gonna pick it up? Are they gonna go back in there? Are they gonna buy the battle passes? Because I have some friends who play Apex Legends, who play Fortnite, who play oh Jesus Christ, what's the Modern Warfare one called? That one. So so I don't know if people will go in there and dip your toes and get back in the game. Like, honestly, it just never. Oh, and they're changing it from 6v6 to 5v5. I don't know how. I don't know. We'll see how that works. But I remember originally when that game was announced, they said that they wanted to make it PvE and PvP. So maybe somewhere down the road they're gonna release more of the PvE content, because right now it looks, from what I've seen, like they got more heroes, which you can use it for both, but they got like more maps, and I forgot what else, and like some different, like, maybe it's the same game modes. I don't know, but it just feels like they're gonna just focus on the PvP and then eventually bring in the PvE somewhere down the road. Um, I read somewhere different articles. One of my friends posted up one on Discord where they say that all accounts will require a phone number for SMS verification to play, and you might have to consent your voice chat to possibly being recorded to help with the to help, I guess, work on the online aspect of it, the voice chat. Get rid of all the toxic players. I don't know. Like, I'm already having to give you all this information, and now I'm just gonna give you more information, and they're gonna say they're gonna record it for, you know, to help practice safe environments for voice chat. But you really trust them, guys? You really trust them to just record it for situations like that? You don't think they might use it to get some of your information, some of your data, some of your habits and stuff like that? And I know what you're thinking, like, oh no, Rick, everybody has my information. What's if I give it to one more? Well, yeah, think about it. You're giving your information to more people out there. I mean, I had a conversation with my good friend Shane, and he's big in the IT field about IT security, and he says it's all risk reward. Uh, your information's out there. You just got to be careful. It's not if they attack, but when. So I figured, with that being said, you have to just be cautious on what you choose. I mean, yes, we all live in an age now where our information's out there, but you have to be diligent and protecting it and not just giving out frivolously because you want your email and your information and your phone number just to be given out somewhere, and then do you trust these entities, these corporations, to you know securely to secure all your information? Do you? I just I don't know. And I know there's other games that do that. They're not the only ones. But at what point do you tell yourself, man, I just don't want to be signing up for things just to play a game? I get it. Like, if you're trying to refinance a house or trying to get a mortgage or buy a new car, yeah, they're gonna need some information. You're applying for a loan, trying to go to college, yeah, they're gonna need some information. But don't put more information out there than you need to, especially for a game. But some people don't care. They don't care at all. Yeah, with Overwatch 2 coming out, like I said, my coworker asked me about if I was excited. No, I'm not. But I would like to see if you guys play it and tell me what you think, because it should be coming out sometime next week. This is at the end of September, guys. So sometime early October should be coming out. Speaking of October, um, I want to do some talking about October releases, because this month is going to be pretty big. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't write down. I just want to go over the stuff that I care about or just I found interesting. And you guys sound off and let me know what y'all think, okay? So we have Modern Warfare 2, the biggest one. I already said it earlier. The one that's gonna sell the best selling game of 2022 for sure. We know that. They got the fans. They got they got the influencers. They got the coverage. They got the media. They got guns. How do you guys feel about Modern Warfare 2? Like, is this something y'all still interested in? Do y'all still follow them on a yearly basis? Is there certain teams or certain cycles that you go in and out for the game for? Um, Me personally, the last one I played was the last Modern Warfare, which I enjoyed it for a while, but I soon discovered, like, okay, and just it's I've done this before, and when I did it before, it was okay. Like, I don't want it. Like, it wasn't enough for me to come back. Even though the Modern Warfare one series, that cycle of CODs, are the ones that I enjoy. I don't care for the old World War II ones. I don't care for the far future Cold Black Ops ones. I don't. Just because, just being a firearm enthusiast, there's no way you put a red dot sight on an old freaking Thompson submachine gun back in 1945 or whatever. You don't do that. And then when you have these makeup guns, okay, I don't care. I don't care. I like when they get to the Modern Warfare, and they actually have really close replicas of firearms integrated, displayed on their screen. That's what I care about mostly. Of course, it doesn't make sense that you can only put X amount of attachments, or if you put a suppressor on, it's gonna not kill you as fast, or if you put in a different buttstock, it's gonna you know help you with the recall. Well, part of it can, but not that. Not trust me, guys. A 223, you'll be fine, regardless of what kind of stock you get. Um, but that's the only one I really care about. But then, but I haven't been interested in playing the games forever. I did hear some. I forgot who it was. I think it was Doctor Disrespect, and I don't follow him, but it just pops up randomly on Twitter. And he said I think he had the beta was out last week, and he played it, enjoyed it. It was pretty good, but something about skill based matchmaking. And I just looked at through some of the comments, and people were talking about skill based matchmaking is ruining the game. It makes it where a bunch of tryhards are hanging out, trying to kill each other, and there's no fun when you're trying to play the game. I also saw some comments where people were talking about it's not fun where I can't kill other people because they're always killing me. It's almost like you just want to go around like killing noobs. Okay, I can see that, right? You want to get a big old kill streak and call in your predator strike missiles or you know your helicopter overwatches. Okay, I get that. You want to see the big numbers. You kind of maybe you're putting out for content or something like that. Content. So I can see why people would do that. Want to do that for those reasons. I say why don't you just put the game versus a bunch of bots and play the game, right? I don't understand like it's skill based matchmaking. It's you're supposed to play other people that are similar within your playstyle, your ranking, your whatever, your score. How is that a bad thing? It's like how do you expect to get better at anything? And I'm coming at this guys at the as the view of a fighting game player. Like if I'm a gold player and they just want to match me up against bronze and rookie players, I'm not gonna learn the game. I'm not gonna learn the inside and outs of my character, of their character. It's gonna be just a whole bunch of jumping, and what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna start developing just bad habits of fighting lower class characters, lower skill, I should say, not class, lower skill players. There's nothing that's going to benefit me from playing people that are not within my rank. So I mean, like I said, I'm approaching it as a fighting game. When it comes to first person shooters, how does match or skill based matchmaking rank? I mean, I guess I can see it could suck if the people you're playing against are all cheaters, and I saw some articles where I think they said they have cheats up and running, ready to go, and are going to be for sale the day Call of Duty is available online. I didn't know that. I mean, I know cheaters were running rampant, but I didn't know it was like a business, which doesn't surprise me now that I think about it. But in that sense, yeah, that does suck when you're gonna go in there and you're gonna get headshot all the time, no matter what, because somebody's running an aimbot or whatever sort of tool a tool assist to help them win the game or something. Which honestly would suck. Yeah, that would really suck. But I remember, didn't Activision Blizzard say they're really trying hard to crack down on all the cheating and toxic uh, um, player base, the community that's going on. I mean, I'm sure it's up there with Overwatch, right? I mean, the Modern Warfare, the COD community probably isn't that much better. It's shit, isn't it? So just trying to clean that up, and then the cheaters with so many players, and then they probably lose an account. They'll make another one as soon as it goes down. Yeah, I don't know how to combat that, and just going back to the SSBM, skill based, no, SBMM, skill based. I always want to say Smash because it's SSBU, but skill based matchmaking. I don't understand when people say it sucks. I mean, maybe like I say, you're always playing cheaters, but are you always playing cheaters? And if you are, maybe you should like take a step back and reflect. Like, why am I playing this game? There's a bunch of cheaters. It's hard. Why am I playing this game? Like honestly, like, what are you doing? Just go play something else. I just don't understand that argument. It's a sweat fest. Like it's competition. There's winners and losers. Like okay. Also in October we have Overwatch 2, which we talk about. Um, no, okay. Dragon Ball: The Breakers. So I've been keeping my eye on this one for a while when I first heard about it a while ago, and I just keep thinking Dragon Ball Z X Dead by Daylight, which is fine. Dead by Daylight does have the advantage of having different franchises into their game. Like they just like kind of like how Fortnite buys all these other franchises to crossover in their game. Dead by Daylight does that with the horror genre. So you see, I mean, you don't see them the actual ones. You see they're really close, but you know legally you can't call them that. There has to be just enough difference so you can set them apart from the legit ones. But you know, you have some well the classic ones, the iconic ones, they do that. They kind of skirt around it, but they do have some crossovers. Like they had one with Stranger Things for a while, Resident Evil, uh, oh, God damn it, Hellraiser. Who else? But yeah, they have a whole bunch of like crossover with different oh, what's the one? The Evil Dead. They have a lot of crossover with the horror genre. So that's what I'm thinking. Dragon Ball Breaker is going to be something along those lines, which is cool. But Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, that one's coming out. I kind of wanted to play that one, but I always knew it was a Ubisoft game, and I'm just like, I don't like Ubisoft at all. I don't think I've ever played a Ubisoft game, guys. So take that as you will, because if I knew it was just a Nintendo game, I'd been like, yeah, Mario, art, like a SRPG. Sure, I'll try it out. But it being Ubisoft, like, no, no, and I wouldn't be surprised if Ubisoft somehow got the notion of like having to online log in online to one of their platforms to play the games. I mean, not that they do that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Gotham Knights. Uh, any thoughts on that one, guys? I know a couple of months ago they showed some. I don't know if it was leaked or they just revealed some gameplay, and it looked kind of. It looked a little like the way Nightwing was moving from enemy to enemy. It looked a little bit off. But it wasn't like the worst thing I've ever seen, and even then, it was in development. So take it as you will. But it's finally has a release date. You get to play as all the side Batman characters, and I think the main enemies antagonist of the games is the Court of Owls, which I'm perfectly like happy with because I remember with the New 52 when DC did their relaunch of some of their bigger names, one of the Batman books, that first arc was the Court of Owls, and I enjoyed it a lot. I didn't like the ending. They kind of did some whack ass retconning and stuff, but for the most part, I enjoyed it a lot. I think it was Jason Snyder and Greg Capullo who did the writing and the illustrations. If you guys get a chance to check them out, check it out, guys. I really did like the New 52 Court of Owls. But yeah, those are gonna be the enemies in Gotham Knights. From what I've seen, it's from WB Montreal Studios. It's the same guys who did Arkham Origins, the last Batman game in that four set. I didn't play that one, unfortunately, guys. I played the second one and the third one. I played Arkham City and Arkham. No, was it Arkham Knight? No, it was okay. I'm sorry. WB Montreal. They did Arkham Knights. That was the last one, for sure. That came out, and then I don't know. They did Arkham Origins, but I felt Arkham Origins was just a little bit too big. I didn't like it. Arkham City was honestly, it felt like that was a sweet spot on the size of the map and everything. But I remember really enjoying that game. I liked it a lot. That what made me want to pick up comic books. So because I want to know who's Hush, who's Zaz, who's what's all this, what's all the backstory with what's been going on with Batman and the League of Assassins and Ra's al Ghul. So that made me want to pick up the comics for sure. But Batman Arkham City, I really like that one a lot. So it's not exactly the same team. No, it's not the same team at all. I just by the time they got to Arkham Knights, I wasn't interested at all. So I kind of want to play it because I really had if it's anything close to Arkham City, I think it'll be great. But it's one of those games where I think I'm just gonna sit back and see, like, if it goes on deep discount or something, maybe I'll pick it up here and there. Because, like I said, I have Arkham City on PC. I bought it when it was like dirt cheap, but I haven't gone back and played it. And again, it's also because I've said this before, guys. Sometimes you go back to a game you haven't played in a long time, and then you realize, like, oof, it doesn't. This gameplay just feels aged. The graphics look a little rough. I mean, I know the graphics shouldn't matter, but something like the gameplay just feels like, man, this just does not feel, it doesn't feel good to move, or to how to move the camera. Um, that's how I was with Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which sucks because I really did enjoy the game. And like I really liked the series back then, so it's like going back and playing it now. I'm like, so I kind of don't want to go back with Arkham City and do that, but we'll see, we'll see. Gotham Knights could be great. One I'm super excited for, Persona 5 Royal, coming out to everything. Previously, it was just only on the PlayStation 4, but now you're getting on the PlayStation 5, the Xbox, PC, and Switch. That's gonna be the one where I'm gonna play it the most, guys. I mean, it could be fun on PC. I mean, it could look great on PC. There's no doubt about it. But I think how the graphics are, it'll be fun on the Switch. Maybe just a little bit more load time here and there, but I can't wait to play that game. I've been a big fan of it, and I know I saw their collector's edition. I think it's called the One More edition that's going to be released with the game. But I saw the price, and I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, do I need more stuff to clutter up my bookshelves? Nah, I'm fine. I'll be all right because the game's great, and that's what I want to do. I want to play the game on the Switch because just do it, guys. So I'm excited for that. Let me know what you think about the Personas coming out, because I know they're still gonna have Persona 4 Golden coming out on everything, or on the Switch, and then Persona 3. Persona 3, I really don't care. I don't know if I'll ever play it. Persona 4 Golden, I do want to try that one out. I think that would be another great game to play on the Switch. Then we have Resident Evil Village. It's gonna be the Winter's expansion. You're gonna get to play as what was damn, what was the guy's name? That was my problem with the character Ethan Winters. Yeah, that's my problem with the 7 and 8. Like, who's this dude? Like, I don't know. Like, they just pick some random guy, and of course you never see his face, so he's not memorable at all. Of course, so that's why I forgot his name. But yeah, you get to play as Ethan Winters' daughter, and I guess you go back and you're gonna go like in a dream state, and you're gonna revisit the mansion and then do some other side stuff. Like, if it's free, I'll give it a shot. I did enjoy Resident Evil 8, but I had no reason to go back a second time. And I do plan on playing it again, somewhere down the road, because I just want to, I just want to, like, I like to revisit some of the games I played before, just so I could just see where my mindset was when I first played it, and then how it is, a year or two later. So I do want to go back and play it if this DLC is free, and even if it is priced, if it eventually comes down on price, or it gets a cut, a deal on there, yeah, definitely I would pick it up and try it out, because like I said, I like the game, but I haven't found a reason to go back. I know some people like to speed run, but that is not my cup of tea. I don't care about speed running. I like to sit down, explore every nook and cranny, enjoy. But I know speedrunners, they've already done that, and they just want to but I find no fascination with that. I'd rather, like I said, just take my time and just enjoy the game for what it is. We have Warhammer 40K, Shooter's Blood and Teeth. You know, I never really played any Warhammer games, but since I've been playing the minis, I'm kind of interested in playing this new one. But it's gonna be like a first-person shooter, and unfortunately, that's just not my like I said. I used to play FPSs, Call of Duties when I was younger, but now I don't care. And I know this one isn't in the same vein. If they have a multiplayer, it's not the main focus. It'll be the campaign. But like I said, I'm kind of just interested because I've been playing Warhammer lately. But this is like the different genre. This is the 40K. This is like their sci-fi. So I mean, I'll look at it. And then we have Bayonetta 3 coming out, and I know they've been talking about it for a while. Platinum Games, are you guys a fan? I played Bayonetta 1 and it was okay. Then I tried playing 2 and I don't know. I think I just lost my interest in the game. I didn't care. It's a silly game for sure. And I think it really leans into it. The game knows that it is. I mean, Bayonetta is just over the top character for sure. The whole game is. But I don't. I didn't really care for it when I played it on the Switch. Um, if I ever find interest, I'll go back and play 1 or 2 again, and then see if I would care to play the game again. But I don't care for Bayonetta. I don't know I don't see the fascination. If there is a platinum game that I have played and enjoyed, it might have been Metal Gear Revengeance when you play as a Raiden. But again, it being a platinum game, it's just hack and slash and over the top stuff, which is perfect for Raiden and stuff. But yeah, that's about it, guys, for me. October, yeah, lots of stuff to look forward to. I think I'm thinking that when it gets closer to Halloween, I might look into playing some Dead by Daylight again. I don't know, just because it's that time of year. I just remember not enjoying the Reddit community because I would go on there just to get some. I like Reddit for the most part, but I never post. I just go in there and just look around, see what's going on, anything fun or something. But when I went to that one, everybody was just crying either because they don't have a certain character in their game or certain perks are not good or need to be nerfed or whether I don't know whether like all these in-game etiquette like and I didn't know there was so many in-game etiquettes like well you follow the same person it's called tunneling. I was like okay and what's wrong with tunneling? Well it's not fun for that person that's always running. I'm like well then you're playing the game like what are you doing? I mean look if I'm having to constantly chase, and I always played killer when I played the game, guys. If I'm constantly having to go after one person, I'm gonna go after the one that's the weakest. And if that person's slower or the weaker or is closer to being knocked out, I'm gonna keep following them until I kill him. You know? And I mean, unless I see something right in my face, then I'll go after that. But I'm gonna. That's the job of the killer is to kill the survivors. So, and I know that's kind of like a stretch, guys. Not everybody in the Dead by Daylight community is crybabies. I do know some people that play the game and they're fine with it, and a lot of them, okay, the few that I do know, they left the game just because it just got like it got so uppity and shit. And so, like I would play the game, but definitely stay clear of the community because they're all a bunch of weirdos. If you ask me honestly. What else? Nothing I could think of, guys. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Reddit, I used to go on the Guilty Gear Reddit, but then they just started going all crazy about what gender Brigitte is or what Testament identify as, and then once they started getting into it, like, guys, I'm here to like, for y'all to like post about matchups or skills or information about the game, but they're discussing that. I'm like, well, I don't know. After a while, I just got like tired of it, and then after seeing CEO Otaku, seeing the Strive top eight, I see firsthand some of the community that's in there. I'm like, man, you guys are a bunch of little oddballs. Like I don't care for that stuff. But anyways, guys, it is what it is. I know the show is gonna be a little short this week compared to. Oh, damn it! Hold on. Hey, but I do have a super lengthy episode coming out for you guys next week. It's gonna be a day late also. So I was able to sit down with my good friend Shane, and we had a nice lengthy conversation about magic, traveling, what's been going on, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So that'll be it for me for today. Hold on, guys. So yeah, next week I'll have another episode. Guys, get some rest. Do some things that are fun. Hang out with your friends. Do some hobbies. Don't let outside stuff bring you down and affect who you are when you get to the house. Just be a good person. Take care of each other. Treat everybody with respect. We're all in the same boat. We're all on the same planet. We all gotta just live here and take care of each other before our existence leaves us. So take care of yourselves, guys. Have fun. Play some video games. Catch my stream at OS_R1CK at twitch.tv. I'm always playing stuff. I'm usually on Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. But lately it's been Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays. I've been taking Mondays off. So yeah, guys, drop by, say hello. If you're listening to the podcast, you have any questions, at me. I have no problems. If you just want to talk about stuff, cool. If you don't agree with everything I say, I have no problem. If you agree with some stuff, cool. I mean, I love video games, guys. That's why I'm always critiquing them and have something to say about them, because it's something I've been doing since I was young, and it's something that I enjoy doing, and I just want to share with everybody. And of course, again, I know that just because it's not for me, it doesn't mean it's not for somebody else. But you guys take care of yourselves, play some games, have fun, have a good weekend, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys. Love you.